Hi everyone. Recently, my daughter's school sent us an email to say that they had a Beauty and the Beast performance that was coming up, and that if we wanted to get a group booking, we'd be able to do so. So I guess rather than pinging out an email to all sorts of people and getting hundreds of responses, I thought what I might have a go at would be to use Microsoft Forms as the basis for which people might enter the fact they actually wanted to buy some tickets. I'm going from a completely cold start. So there's no, here's one I prepared earlier at all. So I'm just going to, give this one, 100% and see where we go with it. So I'm just going to go and do a nice new screen. I'm going to jump onto my app. So I'm just going, through the normal screens to access Office 365. Should sign in OK. And I am on the lookout for Microsoft Forms. Okay, so I am going to create a new form. So here we go, new form. We're going to go great on that, and so we're going to call it Beauty and the Beast. Beastie. Wycombe High School, Feb 9th, 2018, and I think it's about 7 o'clock. I can change that later on. PM. Anyway, okay, good. And I am going to attach a picture to that. So what I'm going to do, this is quite a nice one, so I'm just going to borrow this one. So I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to go save image as, and I'm going to pop it in my little gallery here. Cool. Beauty and the Beast. Go with that. And I am now going to go and have a look for a photo. Go upload. Go to my gallery. Awesome. And it'll be in there somewhere. There's me. Hello. Right. Where is this thing? There it is. Good. Okay. Open that. Hey, it looks quite nice. Good. Then I'm going to add a question. Choice. Well, this is a good one actually. So let's go for a text field. We're going to go, how many adult tickets would you like? Question mark. Now I can, if I hit this restrictions, I'm pretty sure I can say it's a number. Quality. Brilliant. And then I will do another one. I'm going to add a question, and I'm going to go text, and then how many child tickets would you like, and enter your answer. We're going to go required restrictions. Here's a number. We're going to go with a text here, and we're going to say, please give me your email address for contact purposes. And I'll copy that. In fact, I'm going to put required on this. And to be fair, I'm actually going to put a required on the adult tickets. I can't see people getting having just child tickets. That'd be a bit strange. Then I've got child tickets, email address, and then of course on the night I will want them to give me a their mobile number. Please provide your mobile number in the format 44 7 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. And enter your answer. That go with a number, and then we're going to go with restrictions, and then we're going to go with a number. That's lovely. That's perfect. And then I think I will leave it at that. So I'm going to have a crack at this now. So you can actually do stuff where you can do the background. Now let's just check the theme on this one. Yeah, you can pop a background in there. So what I'm going to do on this, just to give it a bit more, I don't want that one actually. I've got Beauty and the Beast. I know that it kind of cuts off the image on either side, so you really need something where you've got something on the far right, left and something on the far right. Chances are I'll probably end up with neither of them. So I'm going to have a little crack at this and see what we've got. Let's just go with that one, something I can actually find. View image. View image. Okay, right click, save image as, and put beauty 2. Good, save. Okay, I've got that. Back onto Microsoft Forms. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to go to upload, and I am going to grab beauty 2, and then in I go. Oh, images must be less than 5 meg in size. Don't think that I'll go onto this thing here, and I'm going to make it smaller, and then I'm going to do snipping tool, jump onto there. This is quite a good technique anyway for people to know about, so I'm going to grab this, get that there, and do file, save as, and go back onto the gallery. Go gallery. Okay, beauty 2, save it as that. Let's call it beauty 3, just so I'm not confused. Beauty 3, and I'm kind of hoping that it's actually less than 5 meg. So I'm going to jump on there, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to my upload. There's beauty 3 there, and I'm going to open it. Let's just see what happens. There we are. There you are. Total rubbish, as I suspected. Anyway, this is just a bit of fun. So what am I doing here? Now my next task is I am going to preview this. So in I go, preview. How many adult tickets would you like? Let's say it's 2, and we'll go with 3 on that. Email address, AB. What will I go with? Well, I might as well go with my own email address, rory.neary@outlook.com. And I will probably try and obfuscate this. So I'll put in my my mobile number. So 447816956188. One too many 8s. And then I'm going to go submit. Awesome. Done. Okay, the next part of the process is we are going to use something else. So we'd have a quick look at the responses. How many responses? Don't really care, to be honest. What I'm going to do, actually I will open it in Excel. We'll just have a quick squiz at this in Excel. Beauty and the Beast. In it comes. And I think what we'll end up with will be a list of the actual responses. Okay, in it goes. Fabulous. Okay, that's good. That's good. Then what we're going to do is jump back onto here. We're going to go on to flow in this case. I'm just thinking about what I might do is set. I need to be careful with this now, because what I'm looking to do is to move the data from here into a SharePoint list. So the plan is to go onto SharePoint. The reason for that is there's much more flexibility within SharePoint. So I'm just going to go on to, I'm going to put it under events. I've got lots of sites that I can put these sorts of things under. So I've got events here. I'm going to go with a new list. Here's my new list. Let's call it Beauty and the Beast. I'm going to regret making this so long, but anyway, I'm going to create it. And what we're going to do is start adding some items in. So I'm going to say single, crikey, I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to say, we want a number. Where is it? Number. Okay. Adult tickets. Adult tickets. Save. Fabulous. I'll save that. So I've got a field called adult tickets. And I'm going to go with another number. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do child tickets. So, and we'll OK that. Then I am going to say single line of text. Let's just call it email. And save that. And I'm going to do single line of text. No, it's going to be a number, this one, and it's going to be mobile. Now then, enter a number. Wonderful. I'm going to save that. Good. So, fabulous. So there is a reason for doing this, of course. So I'm going to go to my list settings because title is a required field, but it's completely and totally useless. And so I never ever use that. So I'm going to untick this require that you use it. Unfortunately, you can't delete it, but you can remove it from the view. So I wonder if I can change the view. I can actually, but it's not worth it for the sake of this this simple exercise. So let's go and find our list here. There it is, down there, Beauty and the Beast at the moment. Absolutely nothing in there at all. Now, so we've just created a SharePoint list. What we're going to try and do now is populate it from the form using Flow. So we pop into Flow. I'm going to do create from blank because it's once you know the general drift of things, it's easy to create from blank. So what we're going to do is do a flow. So whenever an item on the form is created, we can add it to the SharePoint list, and the reason for that is that it's a bit more flexible. So we are going to look for a trigger. We're going to do the flow name. It's going to be called Beauty. Beauty. Oh, I can't spell this. And the Beast. And we're going to call flow. We call it flow to SharePoint. Now, what are we going to do? What's our trigger? Our trigger is flow. So what this is going to do is it's going to filter it. I hope it's going to filter it. Flow. What I'm expecting it to do. Forms. What? Sorry, it's forms. So when a new response is submitted. Okay, here we go. So pick a form. Yay. And we are going to use the Beauty and the Beast form. This one here. New step. Add an action. We're going to do SharePoint. I may well have got this wrong, but we'll see. Create an item. And what are we going to do? We're going to go and look for that list that we've just created. So under events, we are going to find Beauty and the Beast. And we are okay. Yeah, I'm just going to pause for one moment because there's just one little tweak that we've got to do. I have done it before, but just bear with. Okay, so I'm back in. It gets a little bit peculiar at this point, but it's not, it's not anything that's not understandable. Apply to each, list of response notifications, and then inside this we add the action. That's the bit where it's a bit strange. So Sharepoint, and hello, yeah, Sharepoint. We are going to create an item. We're going to create it in this list here, which is under this site, and it's under this list name, and we should, oh dear, okay, hold on a ticket. Okay, so the bit I was missing was I need to get the response details. It's a bit strange, but so choose an action, forms, and we have this thing called get response details for the form. This is really peculiar now. So I have the very strong feeling that we probably don't need half of the stuff that's in here. And then we get the response ID, fine. So that's the ID of the item that we've just done. And then once we've done that, okay, cool. We're good to go now. Because we've done this, hello. This is interesting because I can see that we've got an issue to do with the field types. And it's because of that, it's getting a bit upset with us. To be honest, quite often when you do these sorts of things, you're better off just using straight text field, not worrying about the worrying about that aspect of things. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this is I'm going to go back to SharePoint, back to my events. I am going to go to the list settings. I am going to go onto this adult tickets thing here. I'm just going to make it just a straight single line of text, job done. We know it's going to be okay because we're controlling the inputs on its way in using the form. So, and on the child tickets, we're going to make it a single line of text. So we're going to okay. Oh, just done that wrong. Didn't do anything at all. So we're going to do on the child tickets, make that a single line of text. I'm even going to do the same thing on the mobile number. So single line of text, where are we? Up here. Good. It'll flash up for a sec, and then we'll okay that. Okay that. And going to go on the mobile number, single line of text, job done. And what this will mean is that, yeah, that's fine. And what will this will mean is we'll hopefully get the dynamic content available to us. So that's all saved. So back to the flow, and I may end up, I'm just going to do, I'm going to press update flow, close out of there, and then edit flow, because it may need to sort of provision itself. I'm going to get rid of this step here, which was no use to us. I suspect, I think we're okay for this element here, but we're going to go onto this create item, and I don't need title, but I do need, I think you see here that we've now got, we can bring in the adult tickets just literally by clicking on them. How many child tickets? Oh, incorrect. How many child tickets would you like? That many. Give me your email address for contact purposes. Give me your mobile number in this format, and jobs done. I'm going to save the flow. So we now should be. I'm going to put. I need to make sure this flow is actually turned on. So I'm going to say done on this, and it is. The flow is on. And what that means is that if we actually use, if we use the form, then it should actually work. So let's go on to Office 365, we go on to Forms, we go on to this item here, and we will just do a theoretical response. We'll hit the preview, and how many little tickets would we like? Well, let's have 3 adults and 1 child. We'll do an email address of me again, rory.neary@outlook.com, and 447016956188. Okay, cool, good. And I will hit the go button on that. Good. So what we've added a form. The trick now is that if we look at this, if we look at the form, as we look at the flow, we should see that it's actually run. So if I hit the go button here, what we should see is the run history. We should end up with 1 item on the run history. Succeeded 2 seconds ago. No, it succeeded 19 seconds ago and it took 2 seconds. I think that's what it was saying. This is me now looking at what actually happened on that. So we can see that what happened was it ended up adding, creating a new line item. So, and then we can verify that by looking at Sharepoint. Go on to Sharepoint, and we're going to go to Beauty and the Beast, and we can see that we've got our items in there. Fabulous. Okay, so let's extend it further to say we'll also on that flow, we should really send an email to say thank you for your submission. So I'm going to go to Edit Flow and add an action. Apply to each. Yeah, that's good. Add an action. I'm going to put Outlook. Let's go with that. Oh, that's interesting. Outlook. Well, there can be a lot of Outlook things. Send email. Send an email. Okay, send an email. Okay, so to let's look for an email. So it's to whatever they said in their email. Subject: Beauty and the Beast tickets. And in the body of the email, thanks for your request for tickets. You have ordered. Now we're going to go adult tickets, and if this is not correct, please drop an email to rory.neary@outlook.com. You're all going to know my email pretty soon. rory.neary@outlook.com. Because actually, what needs to happen here, kind of hoping this won't fail, because I've not done that little in-betweeny bit before, so I don't really know how it's going to behave. So what we'll do is advanced options. No idea. That's interesting though. You can put an attachment in there. Okay. And I think at that point we're actually done. So I'm going to hit a new update flow, and what I'll do is see how it works. So here we go. So let's think about that. I'm going to go on to Forms. I'm going to create my own form. No, submit another response. How many adult tickets would you like? Oh, let's do 30 because it's so good. And how many child tickets you want? 12. No, 23. That'll do. It's just numbers. So I'll just keep going with this. At Outlook outlook.com. I don't really know what it does if there's multiple of the same email address. Let's just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just wants a number anyway, so I'm going to hit submit. And what we should find is that if we look at the flow now, well, that's interesting. I don't know if it's doing this because it's in the middle of doing it. So I'm going to go my flows, and we should see that we've had a second run on the Beauty and the Beast flow, and you can see that 24 seconds ago it ran. And what I'd like to do is have a quick look at the email bit of it. So it sent, well, okay, good. Now, oh, awesome! How cool is that? So what's really happened here is there's 2 emails gone out, obviously, one to the person that made the order and one person that is the receiver of the order, and that's worked. In fact, I accidentally clicked on that. How cool is that? Brilliant. So I've also got the mobile number of the person, obviously for on the night to make sure it all goes correctly. But do you know what? By now I'm kind of I'm pretty okay. I think the only thing I'd do beyond this is that, you know, SharePoint's not very nice for looking at this sort of thing. It's quite kind of hard to read. It's okay, I suppose. You can get away with it. I'm just making it a little bit bigger. But there are better ways of doing these things, and well, I might as well use them. So what I'm going to do is extend this further, and I am going to create a Power BI report just because I can, and it's sort of a whole life cycle process for this sort of thing. Only thing with this Power BI report, it won't be live, so I'd have to set it on some kind of schedule so that I was, always up to date with things. But I think, to be honest, even if you did it daily, you'd be fine. Okay, so we're going to go get data. In we pop. Get data. Okay, where we're going to go? SharePoint. In fact, I'm going to have a look at Flow and see if you can get it from Flow. No. Oh no, it's Forms anyway. Forms. Yeah. See, Forms wouldn't have been somewhere we could have got our data from, but we can get it from here. So the trick with this is that on the SharePoint URL, you snip it to sites then events, but you can't go beyond that. So I am going to go on to this area here, and I'm going to OK this, and it pops. What it'll then do is it will give us a list of tables to choose from. So it's going off up to the cloud to look at what's in the events folder, and I've put different bits and pieces into the events folder. So we will get, there's our Beauty and the Beast table, and I'm going to edit this because there's a lot of junk that you get with the SharePoint lists. Yep, good. So here we go. I am going to get rid of the things that I don't really need. So there's an awful lot of things that I don't really need on this. All I want is well, I need to know the number of tickets, don't I? Adult tickets, child tickets, email, mobile. The ID is always handy, and I'm just going to put a created date, and I'm going to right click on this, and I am going to remove all other columns. Goodbye other columns. And now it's a little bit simpler to read. Now then, what I want to do on this, adult tickets. These I might as well change the type of these pair to a. It's going to be a whole number, and we could add a a field for how much it should cost in total. So let's just do that. We could do it in lots of places. I'm going to get add column. Eventually I'll get the add column screen. Oh, of course, yeah, custom column. In I go, custom column up here. Total price equals adult tickets times 10 plus child tickets. In fact, it's definitely 8. There's probably cleverer ways of doing this actually. Thinking about that. But I'll worry about that some other time. Child tickets, let's just say it was times 7. I can't remember how much they actually cost. We're going to go OK on that. So yeah, so 3 times, this doesn't quite feel right. I'm going to check that column actually. Custom column, child tickets times 7. Oh yeah, 24 plus 7, 31. Good, fabulous. Would have been a bit of a surprise, to be honest, if I hadn't got it right. And we're going to go total price, and that'll do. What next? Okay, so we go close and apply. That means we're going to land our table. And if you're desperate, you can do all sorts of Power BI visuals based on what you've received in. It's never very interesting when you've only got 2 records. So yeah, so I'm just going to do let's just do a simple adult tickets and child tickets thing. I could have gone ticket types, I suppose. So let us let's just do a simple adult tickets, and we'll make it a card. 33 adult tickets, good. And we'll do the number of child tickets. I did make it a sum, which is good, and we'll make it a card. Child tickets. Seems like an awful lot to me. I might need to check that data, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to put a little. Is that the matrix? No, I just want this. Just whack them all in. Just bang all the fields in. That's fine. And make it nice and big, and in fact it's absolutely fine. So we do have 24 child tickets and we do have 33 adult tickets. At this point you could spend hours on making the most gorgeous list, but I don't fancy doing that. And the total price I quite fancy bringing into there as well. That'd be quite a good one. In fact, one of the mistakes I made on the price was I didn't turn it into a. I didn't turn it into a. Don't know what it's doing here. I didn't turn it into a number field. I'm going to put a whole number. And if I close and apply that, then what we'll find is that we'll end up with a total at the bottom of this. In it goes. That's interesting. There's no. I'm going to take that out, put it back in. There you are. So it ended with a total. So in total, we owe £432 for our tickets. Well done. Okay, and I'm going to publish this up to the Power BI service. That's good. Beauty and the Beast. Fabulous. I'm banging this up to the service. It's not the most amazing of. It's not the most amazing thing I've ever done, but that's fine. I'm going to put it into the events dashboard, workspace even. I hope it doesn't take very long because it is absolutely minute. And I'm going to open it in Power BI. So here we go. This is going to be the old authentication thing. We'll get our report up here. But the reason why I wanted to go into this was that I wanted to go down to the events, and I'm going to go down to my data set for the Beauty and the Beast, and I'll do schedule refresh, and I'm going to put scheduled refresh. Sometimes takes a little while for this thing to kind of, wake up. There we are. It's woken up. Daily refresh seems all right to me. I suspect that if I was going to do it, there you are. Go add another time. It's a bit unpredictable, to be honest, if you allow it just to be a daily refresh. So I'm going to do like a 6 o'clock a.m. Add another time. I'm going to go 6 o'clock p.m. Add another time. I'm actually going to go 4 o'clock. Didn't do p.m. there, did I? Add another time. 8 o'clock p.m. The problem with any of these things, if I'm honest, is that if you're working off a SharePoint list, it's just never up to. It's whenever you go in there, I personally want it to be up to date as of now. So send refresh value there. That's good. Apply that, and now we have a form that can be completed by anyone. That because that's the beauty of these forms, is that they literally, you can hand them out to anyone. So if I hit the share button on this, only you can see that it says only people in my organization can respond, but you can actually say anyone with a link can respond, which is really fun. So on we go. So that's the address that is in question. So yeah, so if I was to do a copy and paste of that link, then it'd be kind of happy days. But actually I kind of want to use this, so yeah. So hopefully this has been useful. I know I've waffled on for absolutely ages, but this is what it's like when you try and build something. Okay, thanks for staying online. Hope you learned something. Give us a thumbs up if you did. Okay, thanks very much. Cheers, bye.